Hi, Renee.
Hi.
My name's Jennifer. I'm going to be the nurse coming in to talk to you about some stuff today.
Okay.
So I see you have your baby.
I do. I love her.
Awesome. Has anybody talked to you yet about SIDS?
No, I've heard about it, but I don't know much about
You
it.
have. So SIDS is actually sudden infant death syndrome.
Oh my, that sounds terrible.
It is terrible. It is an unknown cause. We don't know why it happens. Unsure of why it happens. This can happen for different reasons, they think, but they're not for sure. Physical reasons would be things such as, brain abnormalities, respiratory infection. Other factors are her sleep patterns, how she may be sleeping, if she's sleeping on her tummy, if she's sleeping on her side, if she's co-sleeping with you in the same bed. So I just want to talk to you about a couple things you can do to help prevent it, and just give you some more facts about it. Is that okay?
Sure.
Perfect. So a few important things you need to know is that SIDS can happen from age birth to 1 year. So even though she is 6 months old and she's doing really well, it's still something you have to be cautious about. Another thing is you need to avoid is smoking. Do you smoke?
No, ma'am.
Does anybody in your home smoke?
No, ma'am.
Perfect. We want to avoid any kind of smoke exposure to herself. And then always want to have baby sleeping on her back. I know that they say that babies should be on their belly for tummy time, but we want to make sure that she's sleeping on her back. That'll promote the best airway patency for her. She'll be able to breathe the best when she's on her back. So a lot of research has been done, and the Center for Disease Control actually says that 1 in 4,500 babies die from SIDS every year. Nearly half of those deaths, they're not able to determine the cause of why it happened. So, it is something that is very serious, and it does happen often. So there is another website I could talk to you about. It's called healthychildcare.org, and they'll let you know that actually 1 in 5 of the SIDS deaths happens when they're in the care of somebody else. Are you going to be caring for her? Is she going to be going to child care or daycare?
She'll be going to my mom's house.
She will. Okay. Very good. So the best thing that you can do is be the advocate for your baby. You need to let baby know, or whoever's taking care of baby know that they need to sleep her on her back, sleep her the appropriate ways, no smoking around her. All of the things that you can do to prevent it, you need to teach it to them, as well as anybody that may be babysitting. If you decide to take her to a daycare, child care workers, anybody that might help in taking care of baby, you need to, as a parent, educate them. That way they're able to do the correct things for her. Is that something you feel comfortable with doing?
Yeah, I think I could probably handle that.
And we can provide you with brochures and handouts too that you can give to them, but also speak to them about it as well. Don't just give them the brochures. That way they know how important, how serious this can be. So I've got a couple of brochures here for you. This one's from healthychildcare.org. It just tells you who's at risk, what you can do to prevent it, and also gives you a good handout about back sleeping her on her back at all times. So I just want to teach you a couple of things about that, how to prevent the SIDS and what you can do for it. So of course, as we talked about from here, you're going to do the back sleeping. You want to clear her bed of anything that might obstruct her airway. No stuffed animals, no pillows. You want to keep her on a firm mattress, not a soft mattress. A soft mattress, she's easier to roll. You don't want any bumper pads. I know that they make them with the sets that you can buy. You want to avoid those bumper pads at all costs because she could roll into a bumper pad and she can't roll back, so she could obstruct her airway that way. So you want to prevent all of those kinds of things. Those are the little things that you can do, as well as sleeping her on the back. You could use a sleep sack. Have you heard of those?
No.
Okay, so what it is a, it looks like a potato sack basically, and it's got the 2 armholes. So you'll put baby inside of it, put her arms through the holes, and you zip her up in it, and she can use that as a blanket rather than having the extra blankets in her bed. You don't want any oversized or large blankets in her bed with her. The other thing you can do is swaddle her. Do you know how to swaddle?
No.
Okay, let me show you how. You might?
Nope, I don't.
All right. So we're going to take baby.
Watch your head.
Okay. We're going to take baby. What we're going to do is we're going to lay our blanket down flat here on the bed. And you want to fold one corner completely down so that you make a diamond shape with your blanket.
Okay.
Research has indicated that there's a new way of swaddling. For years and years, what we've done is we've swaddled babies up really tight because it makes them feel warm, kind of like when they're inside the womb. But they're saying now that we shouldn't swaddle them so tightly because there has been a lot of incidences of hip fractures in babies because they can't kick their legs and move their legs as they should be able to. So what we want to do is we want to lay baby down right in the middle of the diamond and keep her head out. And you can keep her arms in. That'll make her more secure. But if she doesn't like that, it's okay to leave her arms out. You're going to take one corner and tuck it all the way over baby, and you're going to tuck it under her. In the past, we have always taken this bottom piece and tucked it up and wrapped it under, but we're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to tuck one corner over, bring the other side, and tuck it over and under like this. That leaves this bottom piece out, so you could, if you wanted to, flip it up like that just to keep her warm. I would avoid putting it up like this because that's excess blanket on baby's face, and with her arms constricted and with her being so young, she doesn't know to kick that blanket off of her face yet to clear her airway. So it's probably best just to leave it like this, and then that also gives her legs the freedom to move around. All right? Do you think you're comfortable with doing that?
Let me try it once.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay. So it doesn't have to be like perfect.
No.
Right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Just go over like this,
Yep.
and don't tuck this part.
Right.
It's okay that it's up around her face. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you just want to make sure that it's down a little bit.
Okay.
That perfect. Yes, very good. And now she's all warm and comfy again.
That looks much nice.
Awesome. Very good. So we talked about the swaddling and everything like that. Another thing I want to talk to you about that's important to remember with SIDS is, do you have a cat in your home?
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of times, does your cat snuggle up to you at night?
No.
Okay.
She hides.
A lot of times when a new baby comes in the home, the cat is number one going to be curious because it's something new, and also they're going to sense a new smell. And a lot of the times, an old wives' tale is a cat used to climb up into a baby's bed and lick the milk off of the baby's mouth after feeding. Again, that's an old wives' tale, but what you do need to remember is your cat can get in bed with baby, and because baby is so warm and snuggly, cat's going to nestle up to that baby. Well, when that happens, the cat could actually smother the baby. So we want to be sure that we're keeping your cats free and clear of the baby's crib. Okay?
Okay.
So that's something very important you need to remember. You always want to know where your baby's at, know where your baby's sleeping, and know where your animals and everything's at. Know her surroundings at all times.
Okay.
Okay. The Center for Disease Control has said that, one of the most important aspects of all things we can do is keep the baby in a smoke-free environment. So if anybody smokes around your baby, I know you said your parents were going to watch the baby, right? So you need to make sure that if they're smokers or if anybody comes in their house as smokers, that they do not hold baby right after they've smoked because that residue is still on their clothes and baby can breathe that in. So they need to be changing their clothes after smoking as well as brushing their teeth. They need to be in a smoke-free environment. No smoking in the home, no smoking in any vehicles the baby's going to be in. If you go to a restaurant, you want to get the smoke-free section. Do everything that you can to prevent the baby from being in a smoky environment. Okay?
Okay.
So, that's a lot of information to take in. Do you have any questions for me about anything?
No, I think with these handouts you gave me, I should be okay.
Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. We are here all the time, and if I'm not here, any of the nurses will be able to help you. Also, talk to your pediatrician. They can answer anything for you. If your parents or anybody, has any questions. Also, since they're going to be the ones caring for them, feel free to bring them with you to your pediatrician's appointment so they can get their questions answered as well.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Thanks so much, Renee.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.